listening, I suggested to discuss a serious topic today, and I was batted down unanimously. But if you would be interested in us talking about something like that, please let us know.
Presidential assassinations. Automobiles. Now that could have saved JFK.
We're steering clear of politics, though.
Yeah,
Let's circle back and put a bow on this topic and maybe the episode because we're running. But we've covered a good bit. We got probably more to talk about. But I know Mike probably doesn't have as big of a jersey suggestion from a hockey standpoint to give to me. But yes, thank you, Mike. I will go with whatever makes my heart happy.
Whatever makes you happy, buddy.
Thank you.
But you need to get one.
Like I said,
I like the Patrick Waugh since your name is Patrick.
That should be the first thing we thought. That's a strong play. It's in the top 3-4 consideration.
And your middle name is Roy. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I'm actually named after him. It's Patrick Roy Tappan. Patrick Waugh Tappan. I'm sorry.
I know.
He's a Canuckie. But yes, there will be a jersey purchased or a sweater.
Or a sweater. There you go. An abs ugly sweater would be nice.
Depending upon the time of, there's no such thing as an abs ugly sweater. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
but,
do you wear it for Christmas time?
I wear it 24/7. I wear it any time of the year. Maybe not July. I don't want to get heat exhaustion and pass out. But yeah, either probably possible. There's a good chance we'll have a jersey for St. Louis. If not, there'll be one after, or there'll be an abs sweater, or maybe both.
So look, an Ozzie Smith light blue, and I like that option. Since we're wrapping up the sports talk, though, and it's not necessarily wrapping up complete sports talk here. When we said we had another issue that we wanted to talk about, Todd is wearing a fishing shirt. It's been a little while since we've been out on a boat, Mike. What's going on with that?
It's been a while since I've been on. Lately with the.
Mike said he's sorry.
Lately, my time schedule has been out of whack, and I haven't gone out on the boat myself.
It's also cold.
Yeah, it's really cold.
Still freezing on the lake.
So how many wagons can you fit on the boat, Mike?
Legally 8 wagons.
Legally.
Okay.
But yeah, we definitely got.
That's grown humans, or what about kids?
8.
So just 8 humans altogether.
8 bodies.
Okay. Whether it was 8 infants or 8
If
adults.
we want to be legal, I've been.
We used to have 2 boats in the crew.
One of them sailed away.
Wonder how the fishing in North Carolina is.
He was on that Carolina coast, too.
I've been a little shady from time to time, but no. If you want to talk about a good sport, man, fishing. It's hot right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you thinking about becoming like a competitive bass fisher?
Fuck no, I can't catch fish to save my life. But it's fun as hell.
It is.
It really is.
Can we all just quit our jobs and go catch bluefin tuna? Sell one of those.
We joked
For
years
10 grand
ago,
a day.
that we were going to quit our jobs and become charter captain.
We gotta find the fish first,
We got to find the fish though. That's our problem.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about fishing though, I don't necessarily enjoy going for multiple days at a time, like staying for like 3-4 days.
Michael argued that with me.
I do like.
I do. I was about to argue. So.
Yeah, I don't necessarily like staying at a camp for like 3 or 4 nights, but
Best part.
But I do enjoy.
It's like camping, huh?
It kind of is.
It's the company. So you're telling me if we were all in one camp together,
if it was us 5
for 3 or 4 nights, you wouldn't have the time of your life.
that'd be fun. But
So it's the company.
But I also feel like when you have too many people, it's like too many personalities clash. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I think that if us 5 went on a fishing trip for like 3 days, 3 nights, it'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
But my thing is, I guess where I was going with this is, I don't necessarily feel like you have to go fishing and catch a shit ton of fish to have a good time. I find just being on the boat and being away from everything on the water is very, very calming and relaxing.
That's excellent. So I do have a camp story. I'll maybe share it now. I don't know about personalities. I think that ties in beautifully. I don't know how much time we got, but so a couple of years ago, some work friends went fishing. We rented a camp for the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And there was one person that was like the oddball, right?
Does he live in North Carolina?
No. He was another oddball.
South Carolina.
But
You know,
this oddball really kind of came in to fill in a spot for somebody else that we knew. It was the guy's brother-in-law. It was an acquaintance, but we really didn't know this guy, right? But he came fishing with us. Hey, come along. Yeah, happens to be a police officer. You know, pretty stand-up guy, I guess. I don't know. So he comes fishing with us, and
Was he
the
from,
first day,
Cobb County, Georgia?
the first day we get out there, we go. It was Cocoa Tree. Went to Cocoa Tree.
Yeah.
The first day we get out there, we get rained out, man. I'm talking about torrential downpours.
Yeah.
So what do? You have a camp, torrential downpours, you can't go fishing.
Stay inside, yeah.
Stay inside and drink, right? I mean, that's what you do in a camp. So we're out there in the camp and drinking away. Well, you all know me and my personality, especially with alcohol.
You don't seem to hold back.
The filter
I start
disappears.
pushing liquor. I'm like, drink here, take a drink. Let's take a shot.
No,
Yeah,
not you.
no, not me.
If we remember at Sean's wedding,
So this one
we
guy,
shot trays.
I'm trying to push a fireball shot on him, right? I'm like, hey man, take a shot with it. It's fireball. Fireball is pretty insignificant, right? Not too bad. Well, this guy tells me, he's like, man, if I drink that fireball shot, y'all are gonna have to drag me naked out of the marsh and call the cops.
But we're not in
And I hear this, and any rational person would be like, okay,
The waterman doesn't
don't
run
take
that.
the shot, right? But I'm not a rational person. I go, dude, if you don't fucking take this shot, you ain't got no fucking balls. So obviously,
As he's holding fireball.
as I'm holding fireball, so the guy takes the shot. He takes the shot. Boy, that was one of the biggest mistakes of my life.
Is it like Doc Brown?
This
taking a
guy-
shot, Back to the Future.
This guy went out of control.
One shot.
One.
That-
Well, it wasn't
The
one shot because
fireball.
that opened the door, right?
Was
That
was
opened.
this guy like sober for years or something? Like
I don't know.
Fireball did him in.
I don't know, but when I tell you, it was the most hair-raising experience. It was the most hair-raising experience. This guy was insulting people, talking about their moms, like wanting to fight everybody, and it's like, what do you do? You know. So yeah, I have Todd, and this all. I'm tying this all into your conversation.
Yeah.
It's all about the group of people you're with,
Absolutely.
and you know, whether you can have a good time or not.
Even with camping, I go camping with Jessica's family pretty much all the time. And I just feel like, that when we first started camping, it was just Jessica's family and maybe one other camper. Then it became Jessica's family, that other camper, then another camper, then another camper, then another camper. And I just found the more people you added to it, to
Different
that circle,
personalities,
the
probably.
more problems you ran
as
into.
drama increases, absolutely.
So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think I've just had experiences like that when you go overnight camping to some place with a bunch of people, or overnight fishing with a bunch of people for multiple days. And there's just so many people there that you just run into drama. But like, if it was just us five going on a trip, Wagons going fishing, sure,
I don't think I've been fishing in like 2 years, man.
I think that'd be fun.
Well,
Especially since we lost the other
let's-
boat in our group,
Let's plan it out. This
Did the other boat get lost in like a hurricane or something?
Yeah, the
This-
Carolina Hurricanes.
this springtime.
So that's oh.
This springtime.
Sebastian,
We'll make it
He's
a
got-
point. We'll maybe get a cabin for the night or whatever the weekend, and we'll go a group and we could do a podcast.
You need to get Sam to unretire his boat and bring it too.
There you go. We need another boat.
I'm all down.
Sounds good.
I'm sure we can make that happen.
Yeah.
I got that new rod. I think I've only used it like 2 times.
I think we'll tow a boat.
I still need to get some stuff. When we were getting into it, Sam, we were talking about going and like buying it. Well, he's got stuff, but you know, getting me a whole setup of things, and it never happened because we didn't really keep going fishing and stuff.
Sam is the most unlucky fisherman I've
You've been on the boat with Todd now? Like,
I
we went,
catch a stingray every time we go.
I think was it just me, you, and Kevin that went out one time? Or we were supposed to meet somebody else, but we kind of got lost. So Todd, Kevin, and his brother-in-law and I went off by ourselves. And Kevin's like pulls in like 15, 20 fish, and me and Todd are just like maybe caught like 2 apiece or something like that. It was like, you know, his were like reeling in like really quick, and then ours were like, come on, bite me.
Sam was, last time we went fishing, we go out and we're in the middle of fucking nowhere, and we're having a really bad day fishing, and he's just freaking casting out just to cast out, you know. I'm like done, right? I'm just like whatever. He's casting out. All of a sudden, he manages to catch like the line catches the wind and like extends the fishing line, like bowed out all kind of crazy in the wind, and he manages to catch a bird.
Wow.
And this bird gets tangled in the line, and it's like, oh my God, what the fuck are you doing? Let's try to cut the line. And he's like, no, let's not cut the line. Let's try to get the bird untangled. This bird almost died, and it's like, you know,
We only got free, probably did eventually go off and die.
probably.
At his back in July for around the 4th for
Which
his,
Wildlife and Fisheries, if you're listening,
at his dad's lake house.
that didn't happen.
He didn't have like any tools or anything, and of course the kids are, you know, one of them hooked a catfish, and like they were like using some kind of like needle nose pliers, not like really good, you know, long anything, nothing to touch the thing with. I mean, the freaking catfish ended up having like a split open head before it went back in the water.
So we have on my boat. I have a flipper, a catfish flipper. That way you don't even have to touch the fish.
Right.
You go on there, you put the flipper on the hook, and you go overboard with them. I don't even like touching them because you can get really cut up bad by them barbs.
The hard ass heads they have.
Kind of like Todd said, like as far as like just kind of, it doesn't really matter so much catching the fish. It's kind of just being out there. That's kind of how I am. Kind of I am like with the beach. If we go to the beach, I don't have to like go out in the water. I mean, like if you get on a Sea-Doo or a jet ski or something like that, and that's fun. Or go on a little boat charter to ride out. That's fine. But like playing games on the beach, I go to the beach to just chill, relax, and unwind and get away.
100%.
Fishing, I'll go. I could cast 20 times, catch nothing. Like I'm good. I'm there to be with the people I'm with, and have a good time.
So
Catching fish is cool.
So you go out there to have fun and be with nature. The land yap is catching a fish.
Sure.
But owning a boat and the time, the effort, the money that goes towards it,
Yeah.
it's like, man, if you don't catch a fish, it's even more stressful.
I can,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can
Than just jumping on a boat and just doing your thing and whatever. It's because when you have a boat, it's not just tying it off and let's go.
No.
There's preparation involved.
Absolutely.
The day before, the night before, the morning of, you know, the fuel that it cost, you know, the cost of the fuel, then the ice and all this other stuff that goes involved with
I
it.
agree. That's like,
And if you keep doing that and not catch fish, then it's like, oh man, I
So-
was just
so-
wasting money.
to take it to something that's more personally, that's of the same kind of scenario. When we go racing, and it costs diesel for the truck to get us to the race with the trailer, fuel for the car, all the costs incurred of running the car, and only one person wins. So, for me, it's still about the experience.
And it has to be in the long run,
Yeah,
for sure.
like I would love to have a boat and go in the water, and I would like to go fishing. But for me, catching fish, even if I own the boat, would not be a big deal to me. It'd be nice, it'd be cool, but if I don't, I'm on the boat with hopefully my friends and people I like. I'm having a good time. The fish is very much lanyard for me.
I've been fussed at, put a pole in the water, and I'm like, beer, cigarette.
Yeah, I don't need to cast at all.
It's like I need a third hand.
Yeah. So I get what you're saying from like being the owner of said boat, like working on or owning a race car, you're only going to win, one person's going to win. The other 16, 15 to 30 of y'all, you're just there for the experience that you want to win, sure.
So speaking of that, like what racetracks and stuff have you recently been to?
We pretty much only go to No Problem in Belle Rose, Louisiana, maybe State Capitol. We'll travel to cities for some races, depends on like what the payout is and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it's like kind of like people say, like a bad day on the water is better than a bad day on the water is better than a good day like wherever else. Racing car is the same thing for me. Like we can go and have a really frustrating bad time, but doing that is still more fun and enjoyable to us than if we were at home.
So in my younger days, my father-in-law had passed, and my brother-in-law, they had a Nova Super Sport that they raced, and it was souped up, you know, roll cage, all that kind of stuff, race ready. And we went out to No Problem Raceway.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, everything about that trip was shit. But I had so much fun doing it.
Yes.
That, you know, I have memories now. Like going in the Dago Bago, and you know the air condition wouldn't work, and you're, you know, sweating your balls off. I ended up having to sleep in my car. Everybody else slept in the Dago Bago, but I slept in my car because I couldn't take the fucking heat, and you know it was yeah. But you know, going back to what you said, it's all about that experience.
Yeah.
No matter how shitty it can be, you have memories.
Absolutely.
And you know, just fun with your friends, your family, whatever.
Yeah.
So,
And like I totally understand what you were saying from like the money aspect, because it takes a lot of stuff that you have to prep and get ready to go racing.
Oh, absolutely.
And it sucks if you go racing, you lose the first round.
Absolutely.
And you're done. Your day's done after like 4 seconds into this experience. Your day is done. But you spend all this time getting there, and then you have to spend all the time to get back.
Right.
But people lose sight of that a lot of times. Like it's about the experience of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So, like how you can put it to podcasting. There are a lot of unsuccessful podcasts because people in their mind they're not getting traction or views or followers and this and that.
We're not doing this professionally and retiring from our
Right.
jobs.
I know for us specifically, we do this because we enjoy being around each other and shooting the shit with each other and having some drinks and whatnot.
Yep.
Wherever it goes from there, it's just fine.
This you know, this thing that we're doing with this podcast is more of us hanging out and having an excuse to hang out than anything else.
Yeah.
Whether it works out or not, this is something that, you know, we can talk about and you know, just shoot the shit.
Going back to, and it ties into what Patrick said, it ties into what Todd said. You know, fishing to me is not even necessarily like, yeah, if you catch fish, that's awesome. But the other part of it is just being out on the water is so relaxing.
Yep.
And I guess the comparison you can have is like, well, would you rather be out on a boat trying to catch fish, having a beer, or would you rather be sitting at your desk at work?
Absolutely.
So, you know,
What do they
or
say?
doing like chores at home on a Saturday.
They say-
This made me think of the Sports Center one with the Oregon Ducks typing in the office, and he sees the Ducks outside the window,
Yeah.
and he's just like,
another
back in
shout
the
out to
chair.
Oregon Ducks Center. We talked about their cool hockey
They
jerseys.
say a bad day fishing is still better than a good day at work. So.
Yeah.
there you go.
And I guess to wrap up the episode and wrap up and kind of tie back to one last thing for we can work on that in a second. To kind of talk about what you were, what we kind of talked about through text message off air before we started recording. Like this podcasting and being with y'all is my form of like mental health
Absolutely.
and therapy. I get, not that I bring every topic to light on the podcast, but there are things I like to get off my chest, and this is therapeutic and relaxing and beneficial for me
Sure.
from a mental standpoint. And like the what grinds Todd's gears segment, technically it started with Todd just having a moment where he wants to just rage about something,
Blue hairs.
but like or anything, but like that whole section technically is a form of therapy for us, like that. But that's what we're here to have a good time with each other and get some stuff off our chest. And a bad day of doing this is better than what else some other things you could be
I
doing.
agree.
Oh yeah, I think one of the main things that I look forward to is just like, it's just us all getting together. It's just, I look at this as an opportunity to hang out with my friends.
Yeah, me too.
I talk a little shit about some people and or things, but you know.
I mean, I could say I noticed from this year to last year, just like say like New Year's Eve, well, like because we've gotten together so much, you know, leading up to New Year's Eve this year, it was like we felt for me it was like I remember last year, like you know, like seeing some of y'all. It'd been like forever, and we see each other at New Year's. It was like, oh hey, what's up? And like you don't know what to talk about, or you know, it was like a different vibe this year. It was like we all seemed like we were all like more close. You know, it felt nice at New Year's.
Yeah, and you guys.
I mean, we had the fantasy thing too, but you know.
Yeah, and we always had the fantasy thing. Like for a while, like I was probably the most not outside the group, but I hung out and spent the least amount of time with you all as a unit.
Right.
Unit.
Yeah, so
Where does that fall
Big
in
units.
it's bottom wrong.
Okay.
It's,
I had to ask.
that's fine, but also let's give some love to the units.
Absolutely.
They
We
deserve.
love units.
We do. They're absolutely important.
Even you, Randy
Right.
Johnson.
And hey, if you got a big unit like Randy Johnson, yeah, it's all good. But yeah, like I didn't lose touch with all you guys. I was still obviously talking to Sean a lot during the football season about our team, and we'd talk here and there. Like that, and we'd hang out maybe randomly, kind of for a holiday or something like that. But I got more back into the flow of you guys' personal life, and just knowing more about your lives and your families and stuff like that from getting together and then eventually starting this whole project. This whole project all was just birthed from just us sitting around one night shooting the shit and like, hey, the next day we're like, we really gonna do this? Yeah, why not? What's it to lose?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing at all. And I love this. I love hanging out and doing the podcast, and you know, this has kind of been a dream for me, doing something like this. Maybe y'all didn't know it at the time, but yeah, I mean, I've always wanted to, you know, do something, whether it be YouTube or podcast or.
We're gonna hit all of them, Mike.
Yeah, hopefully this becomes really successful.
We got merch now.
But if it doesn't, we have all these recordings to look back on
And the members.
and the memories and say, man, you know, this is a great group of friends. This is a great.
Wagon
I mean,
podcast.
I can say from all just total 7 Cub Scout camping trips. It'll be 8 in March. First weekend in March, we're going again. But you know, unforgettable. I mean, going ass deep in the water through a pier at Camp Snowman. I stepped on a wet board and completely snapped, and you know, we still talk about that. It happened a year or 2 ago. But yeah, you know, you just make memories. I mean, it's a pain in the ass to get ready to go camping and packing all your shit up, and there's a lot that goes into that. But you know, it's unforgettable memories, hanging around at the campfire at midnight and drinking.
So I propose, and this is gonna have to be when the weather is perfect, and we're gonna have to plan this out. But I propose, I did it last year, and it was one of the funnest trips that I ever did. We go to, it's a barrier island off of Mississippi, and we can go in the boat. It's only boat accessible. There's no roads going to it.
Yeah.
And we sleep the night, camp on this island as a group,
And
as a unit.
Ship Island, Horn
And
Island.
make some more members.
Horn
Horn Island.
Are women invited, or is this just a
No, I think
experimental
I think,
Then it becomes heat.
so. I think this trip,
you know, Rick
this
involved?
trip should be one that we find ourselves on, right?
Yeah.
That we have.
Are we bringing?
That we have-
Get deep.
Are we
Find
bringing?
myself.
Are we bringing mushrooms with us?
Yes.
We're bringing KY.
Lots and lots of mushrooms. No, it doesn't matter. I mean, my boat only fits 8, so.
Sounds like we need more than we're gonna bring females.
Just so we're being clear though, you said sleep on the beach. Are we sleeping in tents? Like, what's going on here?
I'll pitch a tent.
Yes, tents. Tents. It was
Well,
You're
beautiful.
gonna be able to take
We
it.
really are gonna
Oh,
do
shit,
rough it
don't
out and
worry.
find ourselves. Then.
It really, no, seriously, it was a really good experience as well when I did it. You know, you bring a fire. They have firewood there, but you're not supposed to use it because it's actually on a state park. But you You can bring wood out there and tents. Usually during the daytime, you hang out in the little beach area, and then at night, you know, you go flounder fishing like off the shore, which is really fun. So yeah, it's good times. I think we need to plan something like that.
Good. We'll assemble the herd.
Yeah.
Take a trip out.
This will be a great episode of Survivor.
Yeah. We'll find ourselves.
We find ourselves with the peace pipes.
Well, how you get it? You say 8 people. You can have all the supplies on the boat too, like bringing tents and all that shit too.
Definitely.
I mean, I think that would be cool with the ladies, but I don't know how you get everybody out there.
I mean, we can make 2 trips, I guess. I mean,
I wouldn't say kids. It'd be cool, like all adults, you know.
yeah, that's the key. I mean, the problem they do have, depending on what time of the year you go, they do have mosquitoes.
Sarah's
so-
sister-in-law wanted to do
and
that.
it's-
They were going to go to the ship island.
It's not glamping,
Mhm.
and by no
Yeah.
means, you know.
We're burly men. We can handle this.
So,
That's what the Cub Scout camping is. It's it's sleeping on an air mattress, but it's outside. It's in the tents.
Well, on that heartfelt note, let's get back to doing what we do best.
let's do it.
Let's do a shot.
Let's do a shot.
We've got from Todd's stash a Tennessee Legend small batch salted caramel flavored whiskey.
Whiskey.
All right.
I like flavor infused whiskeys for some reason.
This
Is it not like 112 proof or whatever crap you gave us
nope,
last
it's
time?
60 proof, so this is gonna go down like water.
Good.
So all right.
I think I have a hole in my esophagus from the last shot.
The Wagon Podcast.
Although I did have some shots of Jaeger last night, but I enjoy those.
Well, you know, I think I have, a hole in my esophagus too from that Gentilly gin crap. That
You still haven't recovered from that?
no,
You-
I have PTSD from that shit, man.
Is it just the glass or mine looks kind of low?
Might be the glass.
Need some more?
Maybe.
Ooh, it smells good.
It looks really light and thin. That's why it's 60 proof, I guess. But all right, boys. Glass.
All right, guys.
Glass is in.
To this podcast.
Shout outs?
Joey Harrington,
Joey, shout out to Joey. To future fishing trips.
future
To
fisher.
the Wagons, riding Wagons to St. Louis.
The lines.
Jerseys for Pat.
Jersey with that.
And upcoming dental appointments.
There you go.
Redact.
Wagons out.
Wagons out.